pass it on. Okay, guys, give him a big round of applause. Are you nervous? Okay, hi everybody, my name is Shannon Colavecchio, and my team has nicknamed me Arbonne, which is easier to say than Colavecchio. So, we went Regent in December, so yeah. So really recently, and it's still surreal, and that was 2 years since I became an Arbonne customer. So I was just, like a 39-year-old person with adult acne looking for better skin. So I bought the RE9 Sex, I tried everything else, and it was obviously amazing, and I loved it. And a few months later, in March of 2017, I decided to do the business. At the time, I was becoming licensed to be a foster parent. And I'm single, so you can leave that baby in here, it's all good. I want to be a mama, so it's fine. So I was being licensed to be a foster parent, and I knew that income could help a child live a better life. And if I had to put, what is the tip or the thing that got me here, I would say it's two things. So number one is God, always. And number two is that there was a shift that happened really a year ago today from sitting here in this room of where I was. And I will probably cry, so I'm sorry. But my why became less about what I wanted and my sort of selfish want, and it became all about serving others. So, more about my clients and my team and about the child that I knew was out there somewhere that was supposed to be mine. So this time last year, I sat here and I was an area manager, and on paper my business looked like it was doing pretty well, but I was really heartbroken because in December of that, previously like a month earlier, 3 days before Christmas, the state came and they said, your Princess Pigtails is going to go live with her grandmother. So she was my first foster child, and I loved her like my own, and I was ready to adopt her. I didn't even know there was a grandmother in the picture. If you've ever dealt with the state welfare system, you know that there's a lot that they don't tell you. And so I sat here, and she had just left. I had everything from Christmas ready, and 3 days before they took her from my house, and they sent her to live with her grandmother, to live in a trailer down a dirt road named Mercedes Lane. And so as I sat here and thought about all these tips that I was getting, the thought about working for that Mercedes and that level that I had said I was going to go for, it just kind of made me angry. And I just wanted to go back to Mercedes Lane and get my girl. And I prayed so much. And frankly, I railed against God, and that doesn't really work out very well. Never does. And I just kept saying, why did you do this? I'm doing this because I want to be a mom. And I had this moment of clarity. Sometimes I think, I'm a fitness instructor, so sometimes I think God's like a Miranda Bircham, and he's up there and he's like, suck it up, buttercup. and so I had this moment of clarity where he was like, it's not about you. It's not about I want to be a mom. It's about I want to serve the child that is supposed to be mine. And all the ones that come in between that I need you to love on. And so it was this huge shift for me, and then I thought about all the people on my team who were depending on me. My friend Meredith, and she has a special needs daughter, and I know that she needs this, and she wants it. And so in that moment, I was like, yeah, it's not about me. And so it became I want to serve the children, and I want to serve my team, and I'm going to serve my clients the best that I can by leading from the front and being true to the goal that I set forth, right? And so I just want to say that when your why becomes more about you, quitting is not an option. Because there's a team of people that are waiting for you, and there are people in your life and the people that you love that depend on your business succeeding. And so in my case, I had a task and a responsibility to a child, and I felt like somewhere in my heart, I was like, I don't think Princess Pigtails is gone forever. And so I'm just going to end this by letting you know that a few months ago, a hurricane blew through the panhandle of Florida, and it sent a huge tree crashing through the mobile home. where Princess Pigtails was riding out the storm with her grandmother. And Grandma Pigtails called me a few days later, and she said, we need help. And because of Arbonne, I was able to give her the help that she needed and to assemble an army of people that went out there and figured out how to get the tree off the roof and called FEMA and did everything that they needed. And today, I can stand here and tell you that I don't know what's going to happen with Princess Pigtails, but they are a surrogate family to me. And Princess Pigtails just turned 5, and I got her for the weekend, and because of Arbonne, I gave her the best weekend ever. And we could go buy her new clothes, and like Lisa says, money wasn't a problem. I just took care of it. So I'll just close by saying that in being a faithful servant, he has blessed my business, and he has given me not just one little girl to love, but her grandma and her older sister who's 7. And I don't know how this story ends, but I know that I am supposed to keep this team going. And just remember that when you make it less about you, his providence is always greater. And we can never see it. We're in like the valley that just sucks, frankly, right? And so if you just keep going, he will bless you tenfold.